Guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will be talking about dog labor, because currently my dog Ellie, she is a 20-month-old Newfoundland. She is black and she's beautiful, and oh my gosh, anyway, she's going into labor. She's actually been showing signs since Saturday, like this last Saturday, and hasn't had any babies yet. So the initial, like before the first stage, your dog's normal temperature is 102 degrees, about that. That's about their body temperature when they're like first starting everything. Once their temperature drops to 100 or below, then you're definitely expecting that they're going to be going into labor soon. When they get to 99 degrees, then you're like getting pretty close. As soon as they get to 98, you're like, okay, this is almost definite that they're going to labor. That temperature is usually what all breeders go by to tell when they're going to be going to labor, because once it hits 98, it's almost certain that they're going to labor. Now, when it hits to 97, that is, they are going to have babies, like 2 to 3 hours. Now, if you were to follow all these rules, Ellie is not following them, because she went from 101 to 100, then she went to 98, shot back up to 99, then up to 100, and then she shot back down to 98, then 97, then 99, and like, Ellie, what is wrong with you? And she hasn't had any babies. Because normally what it is when they get to 98 or to 97, then that means within 24 hours they're going to be going to labor. Ellie should have been in labor on Saturday, but she didn't go into labor. So she's kind of... the first stage, you can expect a lot of panting, like really heavy panting. That's the contractions. Like, it's kind of their way to cope with it. Shivering. Don't freak out if they refuse to eat or drink, because some don't. Especially when they get closer. Like Ellie, she stopped eating and drinking a couple hours ago. But through this whole process, since Saturday, she's been eating and drinking like a pig, but now she's not. Her breathing has gotten really, really, really heavy. And contractions, they're not as easy to tell that they're having them as it is with humans. The way you can tell is if you like feel their belly. It's normally like really soft, not hard. It's soft, and then when they have a contraction, it really stiffens up, and then you can tell that there's a contraction. But if you really just look, you can't see that she's having a contraction. Anyway, you can, of course, you can expect a lot of panting, heavy breathing, shivering, just pacing, a lot of pacing, nesting, which is where they start digging at their surroundings, trying to like build a nest. That is also one way that they cope with the contractions. A lot of sleeping, like a lot. Ellie's way of preparing herself has been sleeping. She slept 9 hours today. She pretty much slept the day away. And when your dog is expecting to have pups, they're going to want to be in a dark, quiet, very quiet environment, very low stress. There has to be no stress, because dogs can stop their own labor. They can put it to a halt, and that is really deadly, not only for the babies, but for the mother too. So you gotta be really, really careful. You got to really think about these things and set up a quiet place for them to be. Your dog might not be okay with where they are, but then you need to let them choose where they can have their babies, because if they aren't in a happy place, they're not going to have their babies. You just got to adapt with what your dog wants, because she's the one pushing like 8+ babies out of the no-no square. And yeah, and the first stage is with the uterine contractions, and this stage is the longest stage. It usually lasts about 6 to 18 hours, and it's the most painful, really. It's really uncomfortable for your dog. The second stage, the contractions become a lot heavier, and this is a stage when your dog has the babies. Each baby can have about half an hour to several hours in between, but if there's more than like 3 hours in between babies, then you might want to take them to the vet. Yeah, and it's this really cool thing. And with the temperature, I forgot to mention this. So once it gets lower, to like 97, 98 or something, it's going to go back up. So don't freak out if it goes back up, because it's regulating now. And you can expect to have your dog maybe have a little fever after the birthing process, and this is also called whelping. So it's definitely a long process, but in the end, it's like so worth it. I'm really excited for Ellie to have her babies. It's gonna be amazing. I am so excited. Yeah. So this is part 1 of her birthing process. I'm gonna make several videos and upload them so that you can be like aware of stuff. Yeah, this is like really exciting. She's actually under the table. She was going to be having them downstairs because we had a whelping box and it was all set up, but she didn't like it down there. So we moved her upstairs, and she decided she was going to climb under the dining room table. So we cleaned off the dining room table, put a blanket over it, and we put lots of blankets and a whelping pad under it so that she could have a clean spot for her babies and have blankets, and it can be dark. You gotta be really careful too. The way to help with stress for your dogs is put all your other dogs outside or put them in another room. That way you can be really stress-free and have things really quiet, because this is a really hard time for the mama, and you gotta really respect her needs. And they're also going to, when they get closer, they're going to be licking a lot, down there, because it hurts, and they're kind of like, what the heck? They're going to be really looking down there like, what the heck? And they're going to start doing this more and more and more when they get closer and closer to the birthing. And the normal due dates, I guess, the whelping period is 58 days to 68. Ellie is at 61, 62. I think she's at 61. Today is her last due date, like her actual due date. If your dog goes over 65 days for the whelping period, then you really need to take them in, because it's not completely normal for them to actually not go into labor until the 68-day mark. It's normal for them to go in between 65 and 70. Wow, 65 and 60. Yeah, that kind of period. So, but don't be worried, if she doesn't want you around. There's some dogs that are like, get the heck away from me. I don't want you here. And you're like, dude, I've been helping you. I paid for this whelping box. These are my blankets I'm letting you ruin. And then there's going to be dogs like Ellie where she wants nothing but you near her. Also, you can use gloves. It has to be latex free. So that you can keep your hands clean, and it can be sterile. And if you don't do that, use hand sanitizer. You have to be really, really clean because of the babies. have clean towels, because it's going to be a little messy. And, don't worry. There's going to be blood. Don't worry. Let your dog eat the sac, the placenta, the babies come out, and let her eat that and the umbilical cord, because it actually helps with the contractions a lot. And feed them calcium in between each puppy, because it can help a lot. It helps a lot. Wow. And if she doesn't take the baby out of the sack and start licking the baby to help, help them start breathing, then you need to wrap the baby up. Well, take them out of the sack, wrap them up in a towel, and you have to rub them really, really fast so that you can start getting them to breathe, because that's important. Because some moms don't do that. So, and, clear out their sinuses and just clean everything. And try to keep the mama clean down there, because it's really messy for her, especially if they're in Newfoundland and they have a lot of hair. And if they don't have enough, if their teats aren't developed enough, aka their boobs, they don't have enough milk, then get them some mother's milk tea, and it helps to development for milk, which is also important. And as soon as the baby's able to breathe and everything, stick them on the mom so that they can drink some milk. It's a long process, and like I said, but it's so worth it. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. It's gonna be so cool. Hopefully she'll have them tonight. We aren't sure, but with Ellie, you can never be sure, because she's like a pain in the butt. We've been going at this for a few days. She hasn't had any babies yet, but I don't know. This time it feels so different. It feels different. So hopefully, better not be making me stay up late, dude. She don't have babies. I'm gonna beat her butt. So yeah, just make sure it's a sterile environment. It has to be really clean and calm and relaxed and quiet and dark. And if you're not experienced, try to find someone who is experienced to be there with you and help you. And don't have a whole lot of people crowding her, because she can feel nervous and then maybe it'll stop the labor. You gotta take things under consideration and do your research too. Research is pretty important. And after she has her babies and all her babies are fed and they're good for a little bit, give her a little cleaning so that she can feel not messy and so she doesn't smell like birth. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all. And don't be like freaked out if there's a stillborn. It happens. Yeah, it's really sad, but it happens more than you think. And also, there's what's known as water babies, where they're not fully developed and they're pretty much just water. That also happens. A friend of ours had a water baby, and it was really sad. Tear. And of course, it was born dead because it wasn't developed. So, I know, it's like really sad. That's pretty much it, I guess. And it can help if you play like really soothing music. That can help like bring down the mood, just kind of relax everything. It's like peace, man. So yeah, you'll see the next video in a couple minutes. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if you got any questions you want me to answer for like the birthing process, because I'm here. So yeah, let's have babies tonight, Ellie. Come on. So thanks for watching, guys. You'll see me in, well, the next video you won't see me because I'm going to be recording Ellie. You'll see me another time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.